What's going on YouTube, it's GadgetsBoy. This is our review of the Samsung Galaxy Note 9. We've had it since launch, actually before launch, and I've been using it since just to get a full grips with how this whole thing works and what it's all about and if it's worth the price tag. But that's the question, isn't it? Is it worth the price tag? Let's check it out. Anyone who knows me knows I've been a user of the Samsung Galaxy Note series from day one. So when looking at the Samsung Galaxy Note 9, there's a lot that's changed over time. And it's changed for the better. You've got a bigger battery in there, you've got a brighter display, it's got a nice screen to body ratio, nice aspect ratio as well. I kind of like how tall it is when holding it in hand. It's not too wide like say the OnePlus 6 for example. It's got a nice amount of specs in there. Specification wise, it's a powerhouse. There's no doubt about that. In terms of design and durability, this actually feels a lot more durable compared to the Note 8. My Note 8 cracked within a week of having it. But this, I've had it since before launch and it's still there. There's no cracks, few scratches here and there. That's about it. You've got IP68 water and dust resistant there. So again, when using in the rain, splash, whatever it is, I don't have to worry about doing that. In fact, during Carnival, I actually used it when it was raining on the first day. No worries at all, I was just shooting away. Elsewhere, you've got a nice screen to body ratio. So again, it's near bezel-less and it looks really good when watching films, when using the dual screen mode as well. It's just fantastic. The screen's much brighter, there's better contrast compared to the Note 8, which is something I really like. You'd have to put the Note 8 next to it to notice that though. It's not something that you pick up out of the box and you go, oh, that's brighter. So you'd have to compare it to see that actually in person. For processing power, you have two options. So if you're in the US or China, you get the Snapdragon 845 chipset. If you're here like me, you get an Exynos processor. Either way, you get a really good performance. For memory and storage, you have two options. You can get the 6 gig RAM with 128 gig storage option, or you've also got the 8 gig RAM with 512 gigabytes of storage as well. What I really like about this is you can expand it using a 512, up to 512 of micro SD card, which means if you get the 512 gig option, you've got a terabyte, possibility to have a terabyte storage option there, which is really good. It means you can store a lot of 4K footage. You can do a lot of gaming. You can store a lot of games in that sense. You can store a lot of pictures. The option is wide open for you. If you're a big gamer, I actually think the Samsung Galaxy Note 9 is perfect for you. You've got fast processor combined with a fast GPU as well. It's actually one of the latest ones. What you've also got is really nice display for gaming. So whether you're holding a landscape or portrait, in fact, you can even game without having to worry about aspect ratio, holding it with two hands or one hand. It's really good. In terms of battery power, this is powered by a 4,000 mAh battery with fast charge as well. And you can get fast charge wherever you plugged it in via cable or wirelessly as well. What I really like about this is Samsung are being brave here by bumping it up without having to worry about your battery exploding again. I think we've had enough of that now. But what I'd really like to say though is the battery life didn't really last me as much as I thought it would. Providing this 4,000 mAh battery, I was expecting something that would last me 2 days without having to stress about charging it again. Another thing to note is the battery drain. It drained quickly quite often. So as soon as I unplug it, it'll go from 100 to like 75% in no time. Without even doing much, maybe doing emails, checking Instagram, checking my YouTube comments, that kind of stuff, and it drains so quickly. That's something I would like to see Samsung improve in the next Galaxy Note range. Elsewhere for design, they've moved the fingerprint sensor on the back a bit lower instead of being next to the camera. So now it's easy to reach, especially with a big device like this. Elsewhere, you've got a button placed on the sides. One thing I didn't really like about that is the Bixby button. Often I mix that up with a power button or the volume rocker. So if I'm watching a video, I'm trying to press my volume without looking, I end up pressing the Bixby button and that takes over while I'm watching. So I have to start again, which can be really annoying. One more thing that the Galaxy Note range is well known for is the S Pen feature. So with S Pen, you can do things like write on screen, you can draw, you can make notes, you can screen capture, you can even do live translation on the go, which is really cool. But what they've done this year is with the S Pen, this is now Bluetooth powered. So the phone itself will charge it when it's docked in there. But with Bluetooth power, it means now you can use it for stuff like taking selfie up to 30 meters away. So again, you don't need that selfie stick anymore if you don't really want to use it. You can use it for PowerPoint slides if you want to go backwards and forwards. You can even use it for going through your gallery if you want to go backwards and forwards. Use it for taking photos, recording video as a shutter button, which is pretty cool. That's something that makes the S Pen just a little bit more useful than it usually is. For me, the Samsung Galaxy Note range is for power users. It's something that's very professional. So it makes sense to add extra value items on there. So like DeX, for example, DeX works really well. So before we need to have a docking station to put it on, but now you can just use HDMI cable, plug it into your monitor, and then you've got yourself a nice workstation. One thing I would really like to change about that though, if I was Samsung, is make that wireless in the future. It just means it's less cable to be carrying around with me. For camera, there's no surprises here at all. So if you've seen our S9 Plus review, you'd know that we really love the camera on this channel. So you've got dual aperture settings, 12 megapixels. So with 2 camera lens setup, you've got 2 times optical zoom and just a standard lens. With the dual aperture, you've got f1.4 and f2.5. The f1.4 means you can shoot better in low light, and f2.5 in just standard condition. The pictures look sharp. You got portrait mode as well. If you really want to do that, you can do live aperture settings. You can just slide up and down to change how blurry the background is for bokeh effect. And even on that 2 times optical zoom, you got OIS as well. So the shaky hands, you don't have to worry about that at all. It's good for shooting videos as well. You can shoot 4K, you can do super slow-mo, all that standard stuff we've come to expect from a Samsung flagship device. Overall, I feel the Samsung Galaxy Note 9 is definitely one for the power users out there. This is a powerhouse in terms of specs. You got good amount of internal storage, which you can expand. You got a good amount of internal memory, good processing power. The issues that I've got is one, DeX. I wish that was wireless. Also, the battery life could be better. It doesn't feel as if you got 4,000 mAh battery in there. I don't know if that's a software issue or not, but that's what I've been experiencing with this. It drains quicker than I expected it to. And also the price tag is quite hefty. If you're going into a shop to buy one of these, you might as well spend a bit less and get maybe the Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus, or this could be the best time for you to get the Samsung Galaxy Note 8. But as usual, guys, do let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Would you get one for the price tag? All that information will be in the description area. In the meantime, I'm Tommy, you're watching GadgetsBoy. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell button to know every time we upload on this channel. See you guys in the next one.